This part here reminds me a little bit of Asgore, certain types of chords that makes me think of it. Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc. I'm a music composer for games and it's been a while since I've done a Undertale video and I've been actually playing Undertale again, so now feels like the perfect time to listen to and talk about Hopes and Dreams from Undertale, of course, Toby Fox. And actually, I'm not entirely sure if I've heard this before. As you guys know, I've done the neutral route for Undertale. The name of this track doesn't ring a bell. I'm not sure if I heard it somewhere in the neutral route, but maybe I'll recognize it when I hear it. Let's go. Okay. Whoa! I've never heard this. Oh god, this is so good. I don't recognize this at all. Jesus. This is so good. Wow. At first, when I first started listening to it, I recognized the melody. This is the melody that plays in the intro of the game, right? And it plays in many other different situations. Da, da, da. This I recognize as soon as the full-blown guitars and bass and drums started. I know I haven't heard this. This would have left an impression on me. There was some really interesting movement in the bass at some part here. Let's try to find it. Here. This is great. This is great. I just recorded a video about Dancing Mad from Final Fantasy VI, and I was talking about how Nobuo Uematsu is a master of counterpoint. So here's some counterpoint here. Counterpoint, as I explained in the previous video, is an old form of harmony. It makes things sound more classical, more baroque, more sophisticated. This, of course, doesn't sound classical, doesn't sound baroque, but nevertheless, great composers use all sorts of tools to make their songs more deep, more sophisticated, and this is an instance of contrary movement in the counterpoint here between the bass and the upper melody. Check this out. So in this part, the upper melody is just a little fragment of the melody here. The upper melody is doing this. The bass, in the other hand, is doing this. So it's contrary movement. You'll be able to see this on the screen very clearly. The upper melody is going down, the bass is going up. This creates a richness of harmony in the contrary movement that they make. Did you see the contrary movement? This is very good. Again. Contrary movement. And again, this is very emotional. This is a version, again, this is a version of the intro theme. And I'm trying, again, I've already established that I have not heard this before. So this is not on neutral route. As far as I know, I'm trying to guess what this track would be about. This track plays, of course, in the intro when the intro cutscene is telling about the monsters and how you fell into a hole into the world of monsters. If I remember correctly, this also plays in Toriel's home. This melody in a guitar. Acoustic guitar arrangement plays in Toriel's home. So It plays in other places as well, but I don't remember. I must assume that this melody has something to do with the monsters. Maybe it's the theme of the monster world. Maybe it's the theme of the main monster guys like Toriel and Asgore. And it says hopes and dreams. So I assume that these are the hopes and dreams of the monsters. Maybe this is something that plays like during a happy ending, during the pacifist route, maybe, because it could be a battle theme, but this sounds maybe a bit too happy. But I wouldn't discard the possibility of this being a battle theme actually. Yeah. I can see this as a battle theme under certain a very specific context. I can see it. Man, this is so inspiring. This part here reminds me a little bit of Asgore, Asgore's theme. It's not, I don't think there's a direct reference at all, but just it feels like a happy version of it. There's some things in the harmony and insistence in certain types of chords that makes me think of it. Check this out. So, the insistence, this kind of chord here, this kind of vibe exactly. This is something that is very present in Asgore's theme. And as I was hearing this, again, I don't think there's a direct reference at all, but I kept thinking of the Asgore theme kind of little motif that keeps repeating. Remember and turns out the harmony is actually so similar that it fits very well in here. Sounds cool, doesn't it? If this track doesn't have anything to do with Asgore, I'm gonna look pretty stupid though. This feels so happy. And again, the harmony still sounds Asgorean. They're still insisting. See? Oh! Modulation! This feels like a... This is so happy. This feels like a reward. Now, let me talk about modulation. He did something there. Did you guys notice? You might not have noticed consciously, but you probably felt right around here an increase in energy, an increase in excitement, an increase in hopes and dreams. Check this out. Here. You know what happened there? He did something called a modulation. So he changed the key of the song. The key is basically the group of notes that you're allowed to use in the song. Like each key is a different group of notes and each key makes you feel a different way. It has different notes. So he changed the group of notes. And what group of notes he changed to? So originally he was in a, I'm gonna say a happy key, a key based on a happy chord. He changed into basically the same exact key. It's still a happy key. It has the same exact intervals. It's basically the same key. The only difference is that it's higher pitched. He raised the keys, is what we call raising the key. He changed to a key exactly the same but higher. So this makes all instruments, all notes higher pitched. It it gives you that sensation of a rush of energy, an increase in excitement. Where's this from? It's Noding. Why is Noding playing here? Like I said before, this feels so happy. This feels like a reward. Originally, I thought this was an ending, but there's no cutscene in the game, as far as I know, that sounds like this. When they use drums and bass and guitars, it's usually a battle. And now there's Snowding playing here. Man, that Snowding leitmotif threw me off. Yeah, it's definitely Snowding. I don't know why. Hey, I've been playing Undertale again, live, on stream. I'm going for a true pacifist route this time. Last time I killed a frog, so I got a neutral ending. This time, I promise not to kill a single frog, so watch me play Undertale over here. And remember, whenever you're ready, to spread your wings and go on a music journey again. I'll see you there.